farmers, being ungrateful, disbelievers. These may sound like separate ideas. However, in Arabic they are all connected to one root. Watch till the end to find out how. Welcome back to the 200 Arabic Root series, where you will learn more than 65% of the Quran vocabulary. Root 8. Ka, fa, ra. This root appears more than 500 times in the Quran in 13 different words. Once you understand the meaning of the root, verses you have heard for years will connect in a completely new way. The central meaning of this root is not just to disbelieve, but it carries the meaning of concealing and rejecting the truth. Later we will show you some examples for this root in the Quran. Let's now go through all the words from this root that was mentioned in the Quran. The first word is the verb kafara. Kafara. Kafara mainly comes with the meaning of to disbelieve, but it also can mean denying or rejecting or being ungrateful. This is the most common word from this root in the Quran. The next word is also a verb which means kaffara. Kaffara. Kaffara has two meanings. The first meaning is to declare someone as a kafir or non-believer, but the meaning that comes a lot in the Quran is to cover up or to make up for a sin. That means to do a specific good deed to cover up for a specific sin. Next word is akfara. Akfara. Akfara comes one time only in the Quran and it means to cause disbelief. The second most common word from this root is kafir. Kafir. Kafir also comes in the plural forms kafiruna and kuffar. We are going to learn a new grammar rule today about this word later. Next word is the feminine word for disbeliever, which is kafira. Kafira. Next word is the plural form of kafira, which is kawafir. Kawafir. Next word is kaffar. Kaffar. Kaffar means persistently disbelieving. Next word is kaffara. Kaffara. Kaffara is a specific action that you do to cover or to make up for a specific sin. There are different types of kaffara in Islam. For example, there is something called kaffaratul yamin, which is if someone swears by God to do something and then he didn't do it, then he has to do kaffara by feeding or clothing 10 poor people, and if he cannot do that, then he has to fast for 3 days. Next word is kufran. Kufran. Kufran means ingratitude or disbelief. Next word is kufur. Kufur. Kufur also mean ingratitude or disbelief. Then we have kafur. Kafur. Kafur is an adjective which means ungrateful or disbelieving. Then we have the noun kufr. Kufr. Kufr means disbelief or rejection of the faith. Last word is kafur. Kafur. Kafur is a type of tree. Surprisingly, a farmer is called a kafir because he covers the seed with the soil. And that's how we understand that a disbeliever is someone who covers the truth. If you are enjoying this video so far, please like and subscribe. It really means a lot to us. Today we are going to learn how to make the active participle from a 3-letter verb. 3-letter verb in Arabic is called fi'l thulathi, and the active participle is called ismu fa'il. In the last lesson we learned how to make ismu fa'il from non-3-letter verbs or fi'l غير ثلاثي. You can recap the previous lesson from here. We learned that ismul fa'il is the one who does the action. For example, a writer from write, a believer from believe. To learn today's rule, we are going to use a placeholder fa'ala, and then you can replace the placeholder with any other root. First we need the root. In this case we have the placeholder fa'ala. From the root we have form 1 verb in the past tense, which can appear in 3 forms: fa'ala, fa'ila, and فعل. Once you have form 1 verb in the past tense, add alif after the first root letter fa, then add kasra under the second root letter I. So the word will be fa'il, and that's why the active participle is called ism fa'il. Let's now try to make ism fa'il or active participle from this root ja'ala. First, we need the form 1 verb in the past, which is ja'ala. Ja'ala means he made or he created. Now, put alif after the first root letter, ja, and kasra under the second root letter, I. So it's gonna be ja'il. Ja'il is the same pattern of fa'il. So, ja'il is an active participle, which means maker or creator. Let's try one more example from the previous lesson. In the previous lesson, we learned this root, alama, which means to have knowledge. We need form 1 verb, which is alima, which means he knew. Now, add alif after the first root letter, a, then add kasra under the second root letter, li. So the whole word is alim. Alim is on the same pattern of fa'il. So that's called ism fa'il, which means active participle. Alima means he knew. Alim means the one who knows. Now that you learned what is ismul fa'il and how to make it, you understand how this word kafara became kafir. Put alif after the first letter ka, then put kasra under the second letter fi, and we get the word kafir, which means the one who disbelieve. Let's move to the Quran, the real purpose of this series. I'm going to show you real examples from the Quran containing this root. Your challenge is to try to find the root. قل يا أهل الكتاب لم تكفرون بآيات الله والله شهيد على ما تعملون. The root word here is takfuruna, which is the present tense of the verb to disbelieve or to deny. The whole ayah means, say, O people of the book, why do you disbelieve by the ayat of Allah, and Allah is witness on what you do. Second example, وَمَن يَتَبَدَّلِ الْكُفْرَ بِالْإِيمَانِ فَقَدْ ضَلَّ سَوَاءَ السَّبِيلِ. The root word here is al-kufr. Al-kufr is a noun which means disbelief. The whole ayah means, but whoever trades belief, iman, for disbelief, kufr, has truly strayed from the right way. Next example, وآتاكم من كل ما سألتموه وإن تعدوا نعمة الله لا تحصوها إن الإنسان لظلوم كفار. The root word here is kaffar, which means totally ungrateful. This word often comes in the Quran to describe the human as being ungrateful. Next example, وَلَقَدْ صَرَّفْنَا لِلنَّاسِ فِي هَذَا الْقُرْآنِ مِنْ كُلِّ مَثَلٍ فَأَبَى أَكْثَرُ النَّاسِ إِلَّا كُفُورًا. The root word here is kufura, which means persistently disbelieving. Before we end, there is one surah in the Quran that its name is from this root, kafara. It's a very common surah and it's one of the short surahs at the end of the Quran. If you know which surah is it, leave it in the comment. That's all for today's lesson. If you find this helpful, please like, share and subscribe. Class dismissed.